Hello Capricorn, my name is Nigel and you have found Alchemy. Welcome to your September 2024 reading. There is a lot here on the table, so let's just dive right into it. You do have here the rope card, which is, has several meanings, right? It could be you reaching a breaking point with something, right? It could also be you letting go of something. It could be an indication to lighten your grip on something before it breaks. I'm really feeling that for many of you, you are reaching some sort of breaking point. But as we go on, we'll tie everything together. We do have the breath card here. And this is associated with the numbers 36 and 9. It's an inspirational card, right? It's life force. It's telling us to make room for something. Expansion. And it asks us, what are we being asked to create space for? Right next to that, you have the new, see if I can get this, the new love card. And it says, it's time to make a move. It's time for a conversation. The start of something sweet, the end of hesitation. You may have a new relationship here in the works. And also you have a little message from the past here. And this is somebody that you used to be with, somebody that you're no longer with. It says, I left you before you could leave me. This could be something that they have actually communicated to you. This could be something that they have never communicated to you. And this also honestly could be something that they're not consciously aware of. You know, some people do that. They drop relationships rather suddenly and they think they understand why they're doing it, but it is like a fear mechanism. I'm not excusing this person. I have no idea what happened, but I'm just letting you know the message here. This person left you before they could be hurt in some way. Here you have deep freeze. Let me see. You have deep freeze, and this number, this card is associated with 26 and 8, or 8. The deep freeze card. There is a lion here on the card, so we could say that you may be dealing with a Leo. You may have Leo highly aspected in your chart, but being that this is in reverse, it's saying that winter is upon us. Winter is the great pause. And it's asking you to stop. Especially when it's coming in reverse like this, it's telling us not to push forward or use force. And this is a card of using force as well. So that sort of ties together in that way. Winter is the great pause. So, yeah, but the fact that it is in reverse, this card is basically warning you not to try to push your narrative into the situation, not try to use your force. Don't manipulate. When I say that, I don't mean you're a manipulative person, but you know how we try to manipulate our surroundings sometimes to work in our favor. It's not the right month for that. It's not the right time for that. This rope might break, Capricorn. You have cat spirit, which is a really good card, right? And this is associated with the number 13 or 4. And the cat spirit is intuition, balance, independence, landing on your feet. You know, cats were sacred in ancient Egypt, and killing a cat was forbidden by the gods. I don't know why that just popped into my head, but maybe that'll have some sort of impact on this reading as we go along. We do have nature here. And yeah, it does say, interact with nature, go outside, be with animals. And for some reason, I'm not getting that here. I'm getting more your nature here is on the table. You might have the kind of nature, your natural way of being might be to push forward. When you see the right thing, when you see the right avenue, just push forward and just do it. You may not like pauses. You may hold on to things rather tightly when you feel like it's necessary. Your nature is in question right now for this month, just for this month, Capricorn. I personally like the ambitious quality of Capricorns. I aspire to it. I think it's wonderful. I wish I had more Capricorn in my chart, but I do think this month, Spirit is saying to hold back just a little bit, and it does say caution, right? It says careful not to, says careful not to overspend. There may be more going out than coming in. There may be some caution you need to take with your finances. I don't see any huge I don't see any huge warnings about money, but I do see a slight warning to be cautious. But I also see a need to exercise caution with your nature, your true nature. Temper it. Be the master of yourself just this month. That's one of the messages I'm totally getting right now. Now, we also have this archetype here on the table, and this is called Pachamama. No lie, that's how it's pronounced. This translates into Mother Earth. She's an ancient Incan goddess, and she was the goddess of the Andes Mountains. She's like the physical embodiment of Mother Earth, fertility. And just like you, earth-related, right? The element of earth. Earthquakes, harvest, fertility. You may be called upon to start a journey of forgiveness, because that's also something that this card represents. You may have to forgive someone. And when she shows up in a reading, she's here to tell you that your pain is valid. And forgiveness is because you deserve peace, not because the pain is justified. So somebody may have hurt you in the past. There may be some sort of forgiveness that needs to take place for your own peace of mind. Maybe that's what some of you are hanging on to. Maybe that's your nature. I could be grudgy. I may not have Capricorn placements, but I have those Scorpio placements, and man, I can be grudgy. So I'm not saying that's for everyone. That may be for one or two of you. You may hold on to something because somebody may have done something to cross you, and you may be holding on to it. I think Spirit is telling you that if you let go of it, you're making room for something else. Something for you, something that's better. You do have beauty here, and I like that it's in reverse. Because in this deck, anything that's in reverse is something you don't need to seek. So now it says, I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. So you have, and this is obviously associated with the number 4, but more than that here, Capricorn, you are a beautiful person. You're a beautiful being. You have beauty inside and out. And this is not something you need to seek. This is not something you need to improve upon. This is just something that is. And Spirit wants you to remember that. The way somebody might have treated you in the past, the way somebody might be treating you in the moment, has nothing to do with you and what you're worthy of. Here it says, pay me, and it's in reverse. Expect to receive money that is owed to you real soon, or someone could be helping you financially. This is in reverse. There could be someone here, Capricorn, who owes you money, who may not pay up at least this month, or that may be a point of contention for you and someone else. That may very well be. You have all these cards here, and I find it interesting that you chose, or that what fell out while I was shuffling, is Mercury and retrograde. As we know, Mercury's was in retrograde the whole month of August here, and we'll still be feeling it the first week of September, right? So this retrograde might have been very potent for you. There may have been a lot of things that went on. There may be a lot of things still going on. It says communication, and it does say in retrograde, it says reversal. So, I mean, let's tear this down just a little bit. As far as retrograde goes, we have so many planets in retrograde right now. We have Uranus in retrograde till January, right? We have Pluto in retrograde until November. We have Saturn in retrograde until November. We have Neptune in retrograde until December. I mean, there's a lot of planetary activity, and for it to come out in your reading, it matters. It just does. So maybe that's why Spirit is telling you to temper your nature just while this is going on. It's a lot. It is a lot of heavy energy. So we have, like, with Uranus retrograde, expect surprises. With the, I'll get to that in a second. With the Saturn retrograde, it's teachable moments. With the Neptune and energy in retrograde, it is unmasking untruths. Now, as far as Pluto, we have Pluto retrograde in Aquarius and Capricorn. Hold on one second. My dogs are going to start barking. Maybe not. Okay. If they start barking, I'm going to pause it. Okay. So we do have this Pluto retrograde until November 19th. Now, Pluto is retrograding Aquarius and then in Capricorn, right? There are some relationships that may fall away this month. There is a need to get advice as far as finances goes for some of you, not for all of you. You may be in a situation, a legal situation, where you need advice, and it's somehow revolving around money. And like I said, that is just for some of you. You also have Sagittarius here in the 9th house. And this is spirituality, knowledge. And I do think knowledge is jumping out at me here. It also could indicate travel for some of you. But there is some knowledge that's coming into play here. Unmasking of untruths. You're going to come into some knowledge this month. It looks like, honestly, you have a lot going on. This isn't just one thing with all these tentacles. It's many different things. So we'll tie, like I said, we'll tie a lot of this together by the end of the reading. But there does seem to be a lot going on here for sure. Now let's look at your tarot. Here in your first, we have everything down to thirds. The first third of the month, mid-month, and the last third of the month. We also have warnings and blessings, but let's concentrate on the first third of the month. You do have some sort of regret here. This could be a repression as well. This absolutely could be something that's been repressed, but there is some sort of, you enter the month with some sort of regret, maybe something you're holding in. But I have to tell you, it gives birth to some really nice energy here, because you also have the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups coupled with this card, I mean, obviously the Ace of Cups can mean many things, but in this reading, I think it does need, it either means brand new love or the deepening of an existing relationship, right? Perfect. So yeah, abundance in the love department. There is a dove here, and the dove is peace. Lotus flowers there are strength, resilience, rebirth. There is something that's being reborn. And remember when I said you're coming into the month with some sort of regret or I almost said depression. For some of you, one of you might be very depressed. You have repression here. You have regret. But as you can see, this is the Nine of Swords. And on the side, it's pretty, it's the traditional Nine of Swords. But on this side, as you can see, he sees light at the end of the tunnel. He sees the sun coming up. He sees a rebirth, something new happening. So even though you may be going through something here, you also are going through something positive at the same time. And this is even brought more to light by the Eight of Wands, that forward motion. There is something going on here that's very positive. You may be going through some old stuff here. There may be some old stuff here on the table, but it is mixed with something very good here, Capricorn. I mean, there just is. Now I'm going to move this out of the way temporarily. As we move into mid-month, you have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups. A relationship, and it's right next to this Ace of Cups. Now, the fact that you got this side of the Two of Cups like this would be traditional. This might be something you're keeping to yourself. You can tell it's a nighttime sky. This may be something that you're not, I'm not saying it's a giant secret. Of course, for some of you, it certainly could be, but it could be something that you're keeping away from prying eyes. Maybe you're not posting it on social media. Maybe you're not telling absolutely everyone. There is something here that is sort of being kept hidden, but it is a beautiful sky. I mean, there's just something nice here. Now, in the center of your reading, and the center card means a lot because all the other energy sort of vibrates around it. In the center of your reading, you do have the Queen of Swords. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but more than that, the Queen of Swords is a male or a female. It's sort of the watery, because she's female on this card, right? It's the watery side of air. She's the queen with the razor sharp mind. She blends her emotions and her mental agility seamlessly. This is a great energy for you to be in, no matter what's going on in your life. You're allowing yourself to feel certain things, but not to the point where you're letting your emotions get the better of you. You're thinking very clearly here, Capricorn. I like that. Very nice energy. And that's centering your whole month. Now, what this energy gives birth to is the Judgment card. Now, the Judgment card is associated with Pluto, and we just talked about these Pluto retrogrades, right? The planet of transformation. The figures of the man and the woman and the child represent an accumulation of experiences and identities in past lives. And it pretty much tells us we're the sum total of everything, of what we experience in this life, our past life, all those experiences. There may be one or two of you dealing with a legal proceeding, and this could be representative of that. Also, it could represent a karmic lesson via a relationship. This could be a relationship that you were in, like this, or it could be a new relationship. Very interesting energy as always, Capricorn. Very interesting. Let's look a little deeper. Now, in your last quarter of the month, you have, oh, by the way, you do have separation here. I'm telling you, I think you're dealing with two different things. I really do. I think you're dealing with the aftermath of something from your past and the beginning of something really nice, because you are separating yourself from something here. And you're using that Queen of Swords energy to do it. With that sword, she cuts away what's unnecessary. She uses her heart, but not to the point of detriment. Very well balanced queen as far as I'm concerned. Now, let's move on to this. I really like this. All that stuff that I just told you gives birth to the sun. Leo energy. And I'm sure you've heard, it's the happiest card in the deck. Now, the sun is like finding our way from the dark to the light. Success. Some sort of achievement. Coupled with this ace, it could be, for one or two of you, this could mean the birth of a child. It could be the announcement of a pregnancy. And right next to the Two of Pentacles here, which we'll get to in a second, but I really wanted to mention this. It could mean that you have two existing children in it that are involved in this somehow. And like I said, that's not going to be for everybody, for sure. But this is a positive card, no matter how you look at it. It just is. It's definitely a positive card. Now, this gives birth to the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles, you could have the type of job where you're working in front of people, because as you can see, two different sides. There are people watching. So you could have that kind of job where you do it in front of people, people watch you. This could be creating momentum with money, for sure. For those of you in a legal situation, this could be some sort of legal proceeding that you have to sort of air your dirty laundry in front of people, honestly. And like I said, when I mentioned the legal proceeding, it's not going to be for everybody. It's going to be for a very short, but very small window of people there. But I needed to mention that. Now, the last card in your last quarter is the Six of Swords, kind of reversed. So this would be the typical Six of Swords heading out into calmer waters. But here you are, moving backwards with a cup. So this is something to do with emotions. There is something that you're being asked to revisit. There is something, you're revisiting something. And here you have, representing this whole third, is a comfort zone thing. So there may be something that you return to, revisiting something, because it's in a comfort zone. Or it could be someone returning to you for the same reason. Now, with all that said, I have to mention, for those of you in legal proceedings, this could be an embarrassment, right? It could be something that's brought to light that might be embarrassing. But I have to tell you, with that cup, I do think it's love related. For many of you, this is love related. This is something that you're either revisiting, or something's revisiting you with that cup. Yeah, for sure. There is something going on in the realm of emotion for many, many of you. And it has to do with some sort of comfort zone here, Capricorn. So something could be heading back towards you with that cup, or you could be heading back towards something else. But there is something that's tugging at your heartstrings a little bit. I really do like that the center of your month is that Queen of Swords, though, because I feel like no matter what happens, you're going to approach this logically, ultimately. Even if you have moments where you feel a little weakened, I don't think that's going to be your vibe. Not this month, okay? Now, here in your warnings, let's look at this a little bit. You do have messages, dreams. So, yeah, of course. See, I think for this to be a warning, I do think you're going to be receiving a message that might make you a little uncomfortable. And when I say message, I don't really mean in your dreams. I think you're going to be receiving a phone call, a text, an email, even something in the mail, something that makes you very uncomfortable. You may receive an unsettling message. You have something here that maybe threatens your happiness, threatens your home. There is something here also, okay? You may feel triumphant, and it may be a false triumph. Don't get too comfortable. There may be somebody that brings you a message here that makes you immediately calm down and feel comfortable, but there's a warning here not to let your guard down. You may be studying your pain. There may be some studying here. You may be thinking about past hurts with this Three of Swords on this side of the card. You're being asked not to do that. Do not get caught in the past. Do not let someone lie to you, because I really feel like there's someone that's going to come back and try to lie to you about something. You may get a message that tugs at your heartstrings here, Capricorn. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Oh, I did forget to mention these two cards here. Yeah. You do have the Lion. We did mention Leo. Now, interestingly enough, when I did pull these cards, they both came out in reverse. I don't know if you watched the shuffling. They were both in reverse. I don't always take these cards in reverse, but it's something to note because it does say time to act. And it was in reverse. And this one was also in reverse. And it says a period of ill health and depression. I honestly don't see ill health, and I don't particularly see depression. I do see you going through a lot of ups and downs. Maybe that's why it was in reverse. For it to be on the table at all, it means some of it's true. Maybe there is something you need to act on, but don't go with what you usually do. Proceed with caution. Don't believe everything you hear. Take a deep breath. Yeah, take a deep breath. Take a pause. You always land on your feet, Capricorn. It looks like you could trust yourself more than anything else. And that's for sure. Here in your blessings, you do have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is... All right, first of all, you do have projections here. Projections and reflection. Be aware that somebody might project their reality or false narratives onto you. It's not real. And I think it's in your blessings because you're going to recognize that. False projections, you're going to see it. Here you do have the King of Cups. It could be any water sign. He's typically a Scorpio, but he could be any water sign. If he's not someone in your life, and you honestly, with this new love card, he certainly may be. But if he's not someone in your life, you may be mastering your own emotions. And that sort of makes sense with that Queen of Swords here. You may be mastering your own emotions. This is like boss energy. I like that. It's like you're being the master of your own everything. You also have, well, this is boss energy too. You also have the Six of Pentacles. And on this side of the Six of Pentacles, it is especially in this column, it's a power card. Yeah, definitely a power card. These are both power cards for you. One's emotional power and one is financial power. And I have to tell you, the Magician is a power card as well. Mercury, associated with Mercury, he carries with him the 4 aces of the deck. Every tool is at his disposal. The shooting star means a wish coming true. 3 power cards in your blessings. Don't believe what you're told. You're going to receive a message, and I do think you see it for what it is. I really do, Capricorn. I think you see what's going on for what it is. Somebody may owe you money as well. Maybe it has something to do with that. Somebody may owe you money, and they might come to you and say whatever they say, and it's just not true. I think you're going to see right through it. You might get to a breaking point with this person, whoever it is. You definitely might. Now, let's pull. I am going to pull one more card here for you. Looks like definitely a month of growth here, Capricorn. Give me one for Capricorn, please. Oh, wow. It says snow, silence. I don't know if you, there it is. What did we say? We said winter. A pause. There is a pause going on. Absolutely. And even that lion is frozen. And this came in reverse. Time to act came in reverse. And the lion is frozen. It isn't time to act. It is not time to act. You need to pause. You need to pause. You need to not show someone your next move. You need to see something for what it is. You need to sit back and watch and wait and just really take in what's going on before you react. Don't react. Not right away. Definitely don't react, Capricorn. I'm going to pull one more card if I can find one. Hold on one second. Okay, I'll take one of these cards. Give me something to close out Capricorn's reading. Remember, do not act. That lion means something. Caution. It means something. You may be at a breaking point with someone. Just wait until after this month. It says emotional awakening, intuition, following your heart. You also have the key, inner calling. You're going to get a truth. Something's going to come to light. There was that thing of hidden truths coming to light. Wait until the end of the month before you do anything or show anything. There is a new love. It looks like there is a new love coming into your life. Because look at these 3 cards. They're all connected down here. These are all connected. You have the Ace of Cups, the 2 of Cups. Then maybe somebody is keeping their feelings to themselves. That could be you keeping a relationship in the shadows, or somebody keeping their true feelings to themselves. But look at all these beautiful cards. Leading to the sun. Coming out of some sort of stuck energy, moving into this healthy Queen of Swords energy and doing what you have to do. Movement. You have movement here, movement forward. Some sort of judgment. Karmic, there's a karmic situation that you're going to look back on, or you're going to be forced to relive by somebody reaching back out to you, and you are being tested to see if you have learned your lesson. Make sure you've learned your lesson. Make sure you have learned your lesson. I'm going to read your lucky numbers now. Yay. All right. You have, oh, by the way, you did have 2 number 2s in this reading, and the 2 number 2s is a decision that you're going to be called to make. 2 number 6s, which you also had, expect a kindness from a surprising source. Yeah, your lucky numbers are 36, 9, 26, 8, 13, and 4, along with the number 7. So if you want to write that down, play the lottery, I don't know, do whatever you need to do with it. I wish you all the luck, Capricorn. I will see you next time. Namaste.